EDF 204 website and app presentation.
By Nacy Nicole Campbell and Alex Childers. A general overview is that we used Quizlet as our website. For our app, we used Kahoot. Our lesson topic is over World War II, and our area of collaboration is history. Quizlet is a website that allows us to give students a basic knowledge of different things. Some activities that Quizlet has to offer are study sets, games, matching, Quizlet Live, and even assessment. Here's a screenshot of our Quizlet flashcards. You can sometimes customize these to meet your different classroom needs depending on the topic or subject area. Our lesson topic is over World War II. We decided to target this over to a 9th grade level. Our Kentucky teaching standard is SSH HP US 1. And the learning objective is that students will analyze different aspects of World War II. And the procedure we use is that we will present the content using a Nearpod, review the content with Quizlet, and assess the students using a Kahoot. This is a link to our Nearpod to learn about World War II. This is what we would use to just give the students a general overall of the content of World War II. And when you follow the link to our Quizlet, you'll see that we have a bunch of basic terms that involve World War II, and then we can match them up. There are many different ways of learning in Quizlet. You have matching games, which allow them to correspond terms and definitions to each other. You have flashcards, which allow them to be very tactile, and it helps them break down the information. Or you can even use games, and those are very for interactive and tactile learners. This supports the students' use of technology. Technology is valuable in the classroom because it makes the learning environment more interesting and more engaging for the students. A great aspect to the games and apps, such as Quizlet, is that the teacher can modify the games to meet the needs of their students. For example, students with learning exceptionalities can have their games altered to meet their needs.
More examples of technology that teachers can implement into their classroom are students can work with interactive maps when working with geography, and teachers who have visual learners can incorporate images into their games and lessons. So for our assessment, we will be using a Kahoot, and one of the great things about Kahoot is that it can be accessed on a variety of devices such as smartphones, tablets, or any type of computer. Here is a screenshot from our Kahoot, and a cool thing about Kahoot is that you can give the students the option to work individually, or they can work in teams and collaborate with one another. Alrighty, so now that we've learned about World War II, let's head on over to our Kahoot to do a mini assessment. Once you hit play, you'll be sent to the main screen, and for our intents and purposes, we'll just be playing under the classic mode, which is the one-on-one. During this time while the page is uploading, just have your students be getting out their devices and logging onto the app. The pin will be located at the top of the screen, so just have your students enter in this pin. And it is important that teachers meet the learning needs of their diverse students. For ELL students, teachers can make Quizlet flashcards or any sort of flashcards in the student's native language. For gifted learners, teachers can ask additional questions that are more challenging, and this is just so the gifted students don't become bored within the lesson. For students that are performing at grade level, teachers can give them the opportunity to allow them to work in groups and collaborate with one another. And for students with exceptionalities, teachers can give them a condensed version of the assessment, and this is so these students don't become frustrated. For additional information, we use the QuickTime Player on Mac to record this presentation.